Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still tea time on PlusTvAfrica. I still go by the name Prezi, and I still have here with me my co-host Omar. And I do hope you enjoyed that break. We have to do a little suspense, just so that we do a little breather on the conversations we've been having. And I actually enjoyed the first section we had. And right now we'll go over to the next story making rounds on the internet. And this one concerns no other person but the controversial Bobrisky. Now, if you remember that there was a lot of basketballs all the way from November last year for Bobrisky. Okay, I almost said she, but I'm confused now. Is it she or he? But whichever one you would like to actually address him or her as, right? Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Bobrisky actually came out to say that he made the best decision of his life moving out of Nigeria. And one would wonder why, a lot of entertainers, a lot of Nigerian musicians, actors, actresses are now, doing that switch from being Nigerian or leaving Nigeria to another country. And, well, I know Bobrisky has actually gone through a lot. Like, if there's anybody who has gone through a lot from last year till this particular point in time, you would mention his own shege has been on a different level. And maybe I'm even wondering, maybe that's one of the reasons why he left, because he went through a lot last year. Why everybody was maybe that was one of the reasons why he decided to leave. I'm just saying.
Really pressy.
I'm just saying.
He left that period. They were putting him from one jail to another one to another. He had to leave. It was toxic.
Right.
To be honest, I pray Nigeria does not happen to anybody.
But for Bobrisky's case, was that necessarily saying Nigeria happened to him? Like, if you put it that way?
Yes.
But are we also going to remove the fact that he was to be blamed for some of the things that happened to him? So?
Well, we have people that do worse than that.
And they're still free, right?
Yeah. So why so much on him? And again, we all knew why his whole thing started.
Yeah.
It started with Very Dark Man and all of that. So we already knew what was happening. Now, here's the thing. Yes, Bobrisky is not righteous, yeah? He's not righteous. He's not living in a path that could encourage the youth in a positive way.
Yeah.
But he's doing him. We all knew when Bobrisky started. Bobrisky started when most of us were even kids. What were you guys doing then? Why now?
No, it seems like you're asking me this question. Because I'm trying to understand.
No, but seriously now. Like, why now?
Yeah.
And when they said he left the country, when I read the news that he left the country, I was like...
And it's not even obvious. The story, it was not like it just happened. Like, it's...
There was a time they had to wait for him at the airport. Like, they ambushed him.
Okay, yeah.
So they can bring him back and everything. When he finally escaped, he tried to escape like twice before. They kept bringing him back. You see bruises. They were so rough. No. To be honest, and here's you said something about celebrities moving over.
Yeah,
it's just
a
like,
lot of them actually.
It's just like Tasha. Tasha has left. What is this? Kulewemi doesn't base here. He based there, but he comes down here for even Papaya X. Most of them are not here. They're based over outside the country. Now here's the thing. This country is not safe for anybody. Anything can happen to you. Even as a celebrity, your life is being threatened. It's just like E-Money. They arrested E-Money because of what? Because he matched Naira note.
But that one is that one is something that we already know is a crime, so to say, or a problem. Yes, now mutilation of cash. Already we know that something like that. Wait. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. We already know that here in Nigeria it has been said, don't, spread the cash or using the cash anyhow, especially event. But he spread cash actually.
He didn't.
He did actually. Have you seen the video? Like, there was a video that I don't know if that was like the exact reason why he was arrested, but there was a video of him.
He was arrested.
I would like to know, but there's no specific reason actually. Just so I let you know.
Reason.
No, there's no specific reason actually.
There is.
Okay, but let me hear your reason though.
The reason why E-Money was arrested was because it was during Obi Kubala's birthday party.
Okay.
He was spraying pounds.
On Casey? Is that the same video? Okay.
On Flavor.
Okay, Flavor, sorry.
Yes, Flavor. Then they said when they were watching that he stepped on Naira. Now, here's the thing. If you watched that...
Which is still what I'm saying.
Wait now. If you watched that event, it was crowded.
Okay.
How can somebody come in to spray pounds? Be
Now,
conscious of just
let me address.
But what about the other ones that were spraying 1,000?
I understand that some people will do it and they will go scot-free. That one is something.
Some people.
Yes, that's how it is.
In a country that should be law abiding.
Well, that one is a different conversation. It's a different conversation.
Don't let Nigeria.
But if you are saying, if you are talking about Nigeria happening to somebody, money has the right to say, okay, I mean, he has a lot of money to buy himself out. If that's the idea you're trying to bring up, right?
See,
but the truth is,
if Nigeria wants to happen to somebody, no matter the amount of money you have, they'll bring you down. It's just like Senator Natasha between Akpabio and all. She has money, Abi.
Okay.
But Nigeria is happening to her.
It can happen to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not a matter of you have money and now money. If Nigeria wants to happen to you,
one thing I want you to know
it.
is whether you want to put it as whatever it is. The idea is, it has been said, about you stepping on the Naira note or spraying money just anyhow is something that has already been stated already. So one has to just be careful. Now, whether it was his fault for stepping on the Naira note or whatever it was.
He didn't see the money.
I'm just saying. That's why it's been said, even in events, there should be like an orderly way to get cash. If you've noticed, there are events where if you want to even spray money, you either put it, there's how they collect the money rather than having to spray it around, right? So I understand that part. So we can't really say he wasn't wrong or he was not at fault. I'm just saying that so that I cleared that for you.
Are you aware there were banks that were collecting money?
Now that should have been
now in case,
the orderly way.
I'm trying to say something. Let me say this is the bag and they're trying to spray money. You're now spraying it. Then other people are there spraying with you. Then one now drops on the floor.
Why should it drop? So what was the need for the bag in the first place?
What am I saying? What are you saying?
That's what
this is a bag.
Right.
You are spraying the money.
Okay, inside the bag.
Yes, inside the bag. Now the bag is open. You're trying not to dip your hand too much because even you are struggling with space because every other person is beside you. Then in the process, you know how crowded a Nigerian party can be.
Okay.
Money drops a bit on the floor or maybe one Naira note. There's one step.
Then you have people who pick up the money. That's why I'm sure you've attended events where you see people pick up money. Immediately it falls on the floor.
Pick up money. Let them match your leg, your hand. Press it.
You are trying
all
to
I can tell you right now is Nwata Ueze was not guilty. Nwata Ueze is e-money. Wasn't guilty of anything. It was just the fact that Nigeria wanted to happen to him, and luckily he's out and we're happy. But what am I saying in essence for all of this? Bobrisky took a good decision to run out of this country.
So you also have that view that if people want to jackpot, they should leave.
Please run. I'm not against it. Run. Why? How much are we earning here?
Okay, first of all, has Nigeria ever happened to you? I need to ask that question because I mean, well, maybe it has happened to me in the slimmest way, not as they have actually experienced it because I know
Nigeria, Nigeria has happened to every youth in this country.
I can agree.
Now I'll tell you why. Growing up as a child, if there was a good support system for children, Percy, you won't be where you are now.
Why? Why do you think so?
Okay,
that's true actually because I mean
going outside the country, once that child is up to 2 to 3 months,
and there's funding,
there's this funding, there is this support, health-wise, there are certain things that you have to do. Some children, let me use myself as a case of example. I didn't know I was going to be using glasses till when I was 8, 9.
Yeah.
That's when I started using glasses.
And how did that make you feel actually?
It made me feel bad because if it was something I knew right from when I was growing up, I wouldn't have struggled and gone through the trauma of the bullying I went through. Because you'll be in class, I'll be struggling to see on the board, and they'll be like, your eyes is like it's the gari you're drinking. It's like, do you know the words that come out from your fellow students? But if I had started using glasses by then, I wouldn't have to go through that. And remember, as a child, it's the negative words that sink in more than the positive ones. Do you understand? Then you start using glasses and you are getting things like, when did you start using glasses?
Or they call you Ojugo.
Ojugo, those kind of things. Why? No, why am I saying this? Okay, let's now go back to the fact that as a child, the support you should get. Like why I said that thing about glasses is if there was a support system that when you have your child needs to be properly checked and you don't have to pay some certain bills just on the hospital and everything. Yeah. They'd have checked it and said that this girl has exercising glasses. So do you understand? There are some children too that, okay, just like sickle cells. There are some kids that are sickle cells. As a child, they could have started managing it on time.
Yeah.
But maybe it's when they're up to 10 to 15, they'll not be like, this person is an SS patient. How? By then, a chunk of the years in their life that they're supposed to enjoy, they've used it to struggle. Nigeria has happened to everybody. So if anybody has the chance to leave this country, please leave. Now, we're talking about the Naira. Naira has lost its value because if
there's been like a battle, so to say, between
Naira has lost its value. There's nothing like there's been a battle or no battle.
But just few days ago, anyways, let's not go so deep into that though.
If you tell me the Naira has gone up, prices of the things in the market is going up with it. So the fact that you are thinking that the value has gone up, when you go to the market, you will see that no, they are the same.
Okay. So I'm sorry to cut you short, but because of time, we would have to stop here. But one thing I would actually say is I understand that there are a lot of factors. I mean, we've seen how the educational system has suffered a lot here in Nigeria, going from the matriculation exam, going from different factors, striking, and so I could understand why a lot of persons will want a better life, because we are still praying for Nigeria to actually get better. We want to see Nigeria get better so that people will stop, having to spend a lot of money going to another country and rather stay here, use that money and, bring about a better development here in Nigeria. But we'll leave it at that. Before we go, we have birthdays today. We know there are a lot of people born in April, but we'd like to celebrate some of the popular actresses and singers who today they are celebrating their birthday. First on my list is the wife to the governor of Enugu State, by name Nkechi, Mbah. Happy birthday, Ma. And another person, Amanda Ebeye, she's an actress, a Nigerian actress. Also a Nigerian actor by name Dave Ogbeni. And also the musician by name Qudus Fakoya Oluwadamilare, popularly known as Qudus. Happy birthday to you as well. We also have Jemima Osunde, who is a beautiful actress as well. And lastly, we have Chioma, Avril, Rowland, Adeleke, who is the wife to Davido. Today is her birthday, and I'm sure if you've seen online the videos trending of how he has actually been, pouring so much love for her, and I hope to do that also to my own
Please, where will I see my own Davido? Please, I'm looking for my own Davido. Please, my dear Davido, if you are watching this show, please reach out to me at Talk with Oma. Thank you so much on IG.
All right, that was too much marketing for yourself, boy. That's totally fine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. Once again, happy birthday to everyone celebrating their birthdays today. And today is also the last day in April. We'll use this opportunity to wish everyone happy holidays tomorrow for those who will be, experiencing the holiday. But yes, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. We'll see you again. And do not forget, we are still on channel 408 on DSTV. And also you can follow some of the contents on the Tea Time on YouTube at PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. My name is Prezi, and from Oma as well, we are saying have a beautiful Wednesday.